Manchester United have confirmed their 22-man squad to face Paris Saint-Germain in a pre-season friendly in Gothenburg, and Youri Tielemans has been named in the group for the first time since his move to the club. United are facing the back-to-back European champions in a glamour friendly, and Tielemans returned to pre-season training just over a week ago. This will be his first appearance since completing a £35 million move from Aston Villa last month. Michael Carrick has named his strongest squad since United returned for pre-season. Sene Lammens and Matheus Cunha have both missed out through illness. Club captain Bruno Fernandes is set for his first appearance of pre-season after returning to Carrington earlier this week. Diogo Dalot and Nasser Mazraoui have also traveled to Sweden and are in line to feature. The return of United's international players means Chido Obi has been left out of the squad after making his first appearance for the club in Stockholm last weekend. Two goalkeepers who traveled to Stockholm have also made way ahead of departures. Altay Bayındır has joined Fenerbahce on loan, and Radek Vitek is heading to Middlesbrough on a permanent deal, as he also looks for regular first-team opportunities. PSG have only recently returned to pre-season training and lost 3-0 to Mallorca on Wednesday night. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, Marquinhos, Nuno Mendes, João Neves, and Vitinha have all returned to training and could face United. PSG will play their first competitive match of the season against Aston Villa in the UEFA Super Cup in Salzburg the following Wednesday. If you're new to this channel, this is Final Whiz, your source for daily Manchester United news and transfer coverage. Subscribe, like this video, and comment your prediction for the PSG friendly below. It helps this channel reach more United fans. Bayındır has sent a farewell message to Manchester United after completing his move away from the club. He has joined Fenerbahce on a season-long loan, with the Turkish side holding an option to make the transfer permanent for a fee of £3.5 million next summer. His wages will be covered by the loan club, and United will also receive performance-related bonuses, along with a significant sell-on percentage should the move become permanent. The club confirmed the transfer on Friday, with the goalkeeper searching for more regular first-team football. He was understudy to Lammens last season and made just 6 appearances during the campaign, having spent 3 seasons at Old Trafford after joining from Fenerbahce for a fee of £4.3 million. Following confirmation of his exit, he thanked United supporters for their backing and said his connection to Old Trafford was not ending with the move. The message was acknowledged by Bruno Fernandes and Harry Maguire, while Academy graduate Toby Collier also responded to the post. Amid the goalkeeping reshuffle, United have already brought in cover. The club completed the signing of Karl Darlow on a free transfer earlier this summer. The 35-year-old spent the last 3 seasons at Leeds United and was available after his contract expired. He will serve as backup to Lammens. This comes after Andre Onana rejoined Trabzonspor on loan, with Vitek set to complete his permanent move to Middlesbrough as he also looks for regular first-team opportunities. Manchester United are willing to pay the required fee for a Spanish left-back also wanted by Barcelona, who are unwilling to go that far, according to a report. United have long been in the market for a new left-back this summer, with Lewis Hall their top target, though Newcastle have shown no willingness to sell. As a result, other options are being pursued, and Racing Santander's Jorge Salinas is one of them. According to Spanish outlet Sport, Barcelona also want the 19-year-old defender, but the two clubs are at a standstill, with Barcelona unwilling to pay his €16 million, £13.7 million release clause. Racing Santander sporting director Chuchi Aragon has been firm on the club's position, stating, "He has a contract with us, as you know, so if they don't bring the release clause, you know what's going to happen." United, however, are prepared to pay the fee in full, putting them in a strong position to win the race for the left back. While Salinas is said to be prioritizing a move to Barcelona, the Catalan club's reluctance to meet his release clause could open the door for him to accept a switch to Old Trafford instead. Salinas was identified as one of United's main alternatives to Hall for the left-back position in late July. United had the opportunity to watch the Spaniard closely at the Under-19 European Championship in Wales over the summer, and their scouts attended several of his performances during the tournament. Barcelona had made contact, but were reportedly unwilling to go above €8 million, £6.8 million. That remains the case, and although United only entered the race after Barcelona did, they are now better positioned given their willingness to pay more. There is also a potential knock-on effect. Should Salinas join United, Alejandro Balde could be one to leave Barcelona, and he too is a player being watched by United's scouting department. Manchester United could hijack Barcelona's move for the highly rated Spanish left-back, with a Premier League alternative also known to be in the picture. United's attention has partly shifted towards a new left-back, having already added 2 midfielders to the squad this summer. A third midfield addition remains possible, but focus has moved elsewhere for now. Hall has long been targeted, but Newcastle are set to make that deal close to impossible. Salinas is being actively pursued, and although Barcelona made contact first, United could still hijack the move, given their willingness to meet the full release clause. Salinas is understood to have been open to a move to Barcelona. However, if United trigger his clause and Barcelona do not match it, a switch to Old Trafford becomes much more realistic, provided a bid is formally lodged. There have also been suggestions that Anthony Robinson could be a target, with TalkSport's Alex Crook describing him as a cheaper alternative to Hall. The Telegraph has also linked United with Giorgio Scalvini, the Italy international central defender who has experience playing in back threes and fours, as well as at left back and in central midfield. Elsewhere, it has been reported that AC Milan forward Rafael Leao has been offered to United alongside Leeds and Arsenal, though insider Ben Jacobs has suggested none of the interest is genuinely advancing, with Leao more likely to end up in Turkey. Newcastle have made clear to Manchester United that Lewis Hall is not for sale this summer at any price. United are keen to sign a left-back this window and have monitored Hall for some time, but it appears Michael Carrick will not get his man. United prioritized central midfield in the early stages of the transfer window, with Tielemans and Andre Santos arriving from Aston Villa and Chelsea respectively for a combined £87 million. Left back is now the priority, with Carrick wanting genuine competition for Luke Shaw, who impressed last season but has a history of injuries. Academy graduate Harry Amos could be allowed to leave for the right price. Last summer's signing Diego Leon has yet to establish himself, and Tyrell Malacia departed on a free transfer. Dalot and Mazraoui can both operate at left back if required, though Patrick Dorg's performances further forward have convinced United to return to the market. United had hoped to take advantage of Newcastle's upheaval this summer, following Eddie Howe's replacement with Matthias Jaisley, but the departures of Anthony Gordon and Sandro Tonali, along with the pending exit of Bruno Guimarães to Arsenal, worked against them. Sky Sports reports that Newcastle have told United in clear terms to look elsewhere, having first communicated their position 2 weeks earlier and considering the matter closed. Sporting director Ross Wilson addressed the £75 million sale of Guimarães to Arsenal, explaining what we had to weigh up was, very respectfully from Bruno, his behavior towards us, very emotionally as well. He effectively told us he wanted to leave and move on. Wilson added that this was not part of the original strategy, but that Newcastle had to remain flexible. Unlike Guimarães, Hall is not pushing for a move. The 21-year-old joined Newcastle for £35 million from Chelsea 3 seasons ago and has been a regular in Newcastle's defence. With Hall appearing to be a dead end, United's attention turns fully to Salinas, with Bologna's Juan Lucumi, valued at €25 million, £21.7 million, another option under consideration. Roy Keane, Gary Neville, and Paul Scholes have been called out by former teammate Javier Hernandez over comments made about Michael Carrick. Carrick did a notable job after being appointed interim head coach in January, securing a third-place Premier League finish and Champions League qualification, an outcome that looked unlikely under his predecessor, Ruben Amorim, earlier in the season. That form has since led to Carrick's appointment as permanent head coach